Limbo has literally trolled his way into the top 2 to fight against the one who knocked him into losers round 1, Shujinkydink.
The Dinkster himself, El Shujinkydink, we call him south of the border.
We do not call him that.
We don't.
I would like to deny that.
Okay.
But that means Dink has had such a great showing. And you know, Dink versus Too Easy was a very, very close match.
It was.
The winner of this last match, both of these players had already played Dink. Dink had knocked them both in the losers. Now, him versus Too Easy was so close, but him versus Limbo was very one-sided. So really, I think Dink is maybe a little bit relieved that Limbo ended up eliminating Too Easy.
Maybe. I don't know. It could also be that after playing so many matches, Limbo was kind of limber. You know what I'm saying? So there's a very good chance that he could be ready for the Dinkster himself. But we will have to find out. I definitely understand what you're saying with Dink being a little relieved, but you obviously can't count out Limbo Dog.
Apparently not. Apparently, you know, maybe it's because he's the Limbo Dog and he's really good at getting low. He's better in the lower bracket. Maybe that's how it works. That's what his power is from.
I feel very sorry for every single person tuning in.
Me too. I
we do this to them every week. I mean,
I know. I don't. It's their fault.
You masochists. We know that you're out there. I'm gonna predict maybe Dink takes this. But with it,
how could you not? But you know what? Like I said, Limbo may be the chosen one.
And here's why I'm voting for Dink. Also because of the fact that obviously he plays a character that I also enjoy playing, and the fact that Firestorm is fair and balanced.
Yeah, fair, balanced, and honorable. I like to
I feel like there should be a statue like with Dink, just something like this. Real quick, though, I would like to check in and tell you guys how New York region is doing with Kevo Demand still at the top, winning this week. And then you have Nyx, Costner, and Predator rounding out your top 4, but it does look like Boone.
Bidon.
Bidon.
Yeah, who's currently in 8th place, managed to he managed to get 2nd place.
Or excuse me, he got 2nd to
barely
Kevo,
yeah. So he has been moving up. We've seen a decent amount of him in some other tournaments recently. It's been nice to see that. And, you know, really the top sort of 8 in the New York region has been relatively
This is also very
similar.
interesting to me right here. Number 6, CD Junior. Manny has been a part of the NRS community since MK9. In fact, in MK9, he was one of the most dominant players that we had. At Injustice, you know, he did fairly well. I'm excited to see how he does if he makes it into the top 4, and even if he makes it into the final. I kind of want to see him in there. That's a little biased because he obviously is a friend of mine, but it's been a while since I've seen him on a really grand stage for NRS, and I'd like to see it with this game with the Hometown Heroes.
Yeah, I mean, I think it has been quite a while for NRS. I do agree with that, and he's got a little bit of a way to go. There's some really tough competitors within that top 4.
Yeah.
I mean, Costner, Kevo, I mean, just all the rest.
But
of
he's
Nyx.
in the top 6. He's not far off now.
That's true. He's getting pretty close. So we'll see how that works out.
So we also talked briefly about Samish and Catwoman, and Samish has won 3 going into Evo, 3 War of the Gods in a row.
Right, and it's actually kind of ironic. It's one of the first weeks where we haven't seen a single Catwoman.
Yeah. A lot of people are putting her at their #1 spot now.
They are. That's a character that's the opinion of has really gone up and up and up.
But let me tell you, there do exist down players like Crazy, and I'm throwing you under the bus, my man. There's a gentleman in Texas. He plays Catwoman.
I actually completely agree with them. I think that while Catwoman is extremely good, I don't think she dominates as many characters as...
I'm talking about Star Charger, by the way.
Oh, that could have been a lot. There are actually a lot of Catwoman players in Texas.
But
I thought you were talking about
Charger. No. Handy actually agrees that she's messed up.
Yeah, I mean, she's great. But like I said, I think a lot of characters in the game stand a good chance against her. I think she's pretty healthy.
That's a call-out, by the way, Star. I'll see you at G. I'll see you at Evo.
All right, so that means we're moving on here to Grand Finals. The chosen one, FrightNightTV
versus
the Defender,
the Dinkster 9000 Esquire.
Now, the Quan Father, it's so interesting because we saw him, you know, I cannot believe that he didn't end up playing Brainiac. So he played Quan Chi, right? And then in the second, in Injustice, he played Martian Manhunter. And then in MKX, obviously played Quan again. So why is he not playing Brainiac? It's another bald green guy.
I actually have never thought about it that way. Wait, Quan is in green though.
Right, but I mean, they're all these like bald like villains. No, MMH isn't a villain, so I don't know. Regardless, maybe he just likes bald characters. But now he's got a character whose hair is literally fire.
It's lit, some would say.
Yeah. No. All right, and that should be the kill if he doesn't drop it.
Yeah, the only thing is Dink is doing that combo exclusively, which keeps switching sides and keeping his opponent mid-screen. Now, although that's not the worst for Firestorm, he is at his best when he's able to keep his opponent in the corner and truly pressure them with ridiculous plus frames.
Right, and man, look at that damage. Limbo has been doing so much better this game than we saw him do the entirety of the first time.
Wake up down two!
Just do it,
Close
no
to
fear.
the forbidden tech, but not quite.
Yeah, no. Oh, he had to clash.
I think Limbo had 3 bars. Yeah, he can definitely make Dink hurt here. And in that situation as Dink, I wouldn't have even spent a bar.
Oh, catches him out of the air. So the Chosen One has actually his first game against Shujinkydink all of tonight. I don't know what's happened, but as he's won more and more, he's just absorbed people's power.
That's actually a really good that's a really good analogy. Yeah, he kind of has. And Marios apparently powered him up. He got real excited about having the Greek boys in here, you know?
Yeah, he really wants to impress him. And now Dink, I feel like he usually has some side characters, but I feel like we very rarely see them ever come out. So I wouldn't be surprised if he did stick with Firestorm through the entirety of this tournament. Limbo, of course, I think mainly uses Aquaman and Superman, but we'll probably... I mean, his last game with Superman was extremely dominant.
Yeah, you are not wrong. So, I mean, Aquaman is a good choice, though, again, to fight Firestorm. He is a character that struggles against the range that Aquaman brings in neutral. Oh, waking up with Blast, that has no invincibility.
Yeah, like literally 0 invincibility, so that is a big risk. Oh, and stabbed. One more stab. Oh, actually could have just... I think he tried to do back one too, and did a little bit too fast, which gave him just a back two, and that is a huge drop, as Dink takes the first life bar because of it. Now again, Limbo, aka FrightNightTV, is in the losers bracket, so Dink only has to win 3. FrightNightTV has to win 2 more, and then 3 more. Wow. It was a very footsies-ish back 3.
Yeah, it is going to be an exhausting night for Limbo if he wins this first set, but I think... Do you think all the players that have won off of resetting get like a second win after their first set?
Oh, I think so.
Or do you think they're more like, oh man, one more set, I'm exhausted, you know? Because it is tiring to play all the way from losers and then reset in grand finals.
I think that if you reset in grand finals, there's not much of a better feeling than that. You're like, all right, we're in there, you know?
Yeah, that's true, that's true, that's true.
And right now, again, Friday Night looking really good. Dink, I think, needs to kind of take it back to his pace a little bit.
And that is -7. So, I mean, Aquaman could potentially down one into Trident Rush, and that's a punish.
Yeah, and a pretty safe one at that.
Yeah.
I mean, even if he doesn't quite hit that timing, it's going to be on block. And it'll be
essentially Trident right there, but instead he got Raw Rush.
Oh, wait, was that it? Was that the forbidden tag? I think it was.
And a break.
Isn't hollow. Being a hero ain't no thing.
I will say, though, so this would obviously be a fantastic time for Dink to activate level 3 because now there's no clash.
Oh, he doesn't quite have it.
He doesn't have it. He used earlier, but...
Oh, checking in with the straight Trident throw. That is actually a huge damage projectile.
Yeah, and here we go. Level 3 is active, so this is all going to hurt.
That could kill. Oh, no, he wasn't quite enough. And now it's going to be close to chip life.
And there it is. Dink is also going to tie it up 1-1, taking a game.
Firestorm wins.
With Elfier Storm.
And again, he just needs to close it out. All he needs to do is just win this first 3. And I think this is, I'm pretty sure, like I said, that this is the first time that he's ever made top 8 in this region. but also it could be the first time that he wins. And that's saying a lot.
So my thoughts are, as someone who does play against Firestorm somewhat often, what do you think about the character as far as a new addition to the Injustice roster?
I think he's very cool. Now, he's one of the 3 characters in the entire game that has an air dash. Well, just like a static air dash.
Yeah.
Of course, one woman can get an air dash on her own.
But that's random.
Yeah, that is random. Very random. So I like his mobility, and I think he is a very strange character. He doesn't quite play like the rest of the characters.
No, he doesn't.
He's got some very fast mids up close, and he's got some very good pressure and some very interesting zoning. So he plays kind of a similar, I don't know, style to, say, like an Aquaman, but also very, very different. He's one of the few characters who has just like a straight plus on block quick special that you spend meter
True,
for,
yeah.
which allows him to really just take control of the pressure game. Oh, and that's a lot of damage. Nice wake up.
Yep, that is honestly one of the best wake ups in the game. It is so fast, and it can punish quite a few things. It is punishable, obviously, but it's still a fantastic wake up as a get-off-me tool.
It is. It's you really have to respect it, and the fact that that gives you the respect means that you get to get out of free in a lot of situations, even when you don't use it. And you know what's really interesting here is I don't think I've seen Limbo anti-air with a down 2 the entire day.
No, he's definitely got a down 2 anti-air, but it's been very rare. Generally, he's been using it in neutral as like a footsie tool.
Hey, it's good. The Forbidden Tech, although I call it the Forbidden Tech, which is of course down 2 into Trident Rush, it's very good. Ooh, nice, backs up and avoids the low blast.
All right, we have level 3 activated. The blue stuff.
Oh, doesn't respect it. This is going to be big.
No, it's not, because very intelligently that was broken. It would have led to a lot of damage. Blue does considerable more damage.
And Limbo using both bars, that's interesting. Really wants to get back to life, but now he's not going to be able to convert quite as well if he does land the hit. Although I guess he did build back the bar relatively quickly by being hit. Oh, and he's getting clipped by so many little things. This could... Okay, great clash right there. He needed to clash right there.
No, he did.
You like using that word, don't you?
Tying it and immediately using his meter. Oh, and he doesn't have the meter to do a safe meter burn Trident Rush. Now, Firestorm is one of the only characters that can punish normal every single time. This should be death as Dink takes game 2. All these matches, though, so close.
Dink is one game away from taking his first win of GameStop's Hometown Heroes for his region, which is Seattle.
But of course, the Chosen One doesn't want that. And I want to know really what his biggest adaptation has been, because in Winners, he really was just showing that he didn't know exactly what to do. He was not doing the right combos. He was really just completely lost. It was a very quick 0-3 against Dink. But now, even the matches that he's lost have been down to like 25% life.
We are going to have to see if the adaptations are made, or if the Dinkster himself is going to be able to take this final game and win week 6. For some reason, I thought 7. My schedule is all over the place.
Oh no, we're almost on week 7, but you know, of course, that means that there's still 4 weeks left, and 4 weeks is a lot. I mean, if anybody was to win all 4 weeks in the next 4 weeks, they would automatically...
You said 4 weeks so many times.
Yeah, well, no, it's true. If they were to win every single week for the next 4 weeks, they would be in the top 4 or whatever region they so choose. Wow, not quite enough to kill. If he used the meter right there for the meter burn blast, he could have guaranteed himself the chip damage. But Dink, now on his final life bar, potentially, like you said, trying to win week 6 of Hometown Heroes. Oh, nice. Catches him after the meter burn roll.
Yeah, I apologize. Earlier I said 2-2, or stand 2 was 7 frames. It is actually 8 frames. That and stand 3 are both 8 frames. Standing 1 and down 1 are 7 frames.
Right. Well, still a lot of really quick normals. And of course, reversal 8-frame charge. Oh, and that is death. And reversal
he
special
has
moves.
a lot of really fast normals and specials. Like Firestorm is definitely not a character that's lacking in tools by any stretch of the imagination.
No, absolutely. He's got tools to deal with almost most situations. I think one of his biggest weaknesses that we're really not seeing Limbo abuse too much are the anti-airs, and we're getting really low right here. I don't know if Limbo's gonna get another chance to break.
The Kudu!
The Kudu trying to use the Kudu for the Kudu comeback.
Now.
You haven't hooked me yet.
And this would actually be a huge confidence boost as well for Dink going into Evo.
It would.
If he is going, which he usually does.
And at this point, he could just charge a few times for chip and maybe win.
He does not have Clash, though. If he gets caught, but there it is! Dink with a Flamepedo!
The Flamepedo to close it out against the water character. Doesn't get much more ironic than that, but Dink with a huge statement, making top 8 finally. You know, he said, like I said, I'm not washed up. I made top 8. He was very excited about that.
Where's Brian Compton? He's a huge Dinker fan.
That's true. I remember in Season 2 of Mortal Kombat X.
Season 1 as well.
Yeah, that's true. All the seasons, he always talked about, oh, Shujinkydink this, Shujinkydink that, Shujinkydink my boy. And you know what? This is the time. You know, he's actually standing here right next to us. I know he's happy.
Yeah, it's weird. He just blew me a kiss. I don't know why, but...
Oh, it's because he loves you, man. He misses casting with you. But that means Dink, yeah, that's going to be so big for him going into Evo. And you know, the biggest thing here that we need to talk about, the first time that we've seen a Firestorm win
anything?
Anything, yeah. You know, I was like Hometown Heroes. A tournament, like a big tournament.
We've
IPS
seen a
tournament,
Firestorm.
anything, and I just kept going and going.
We've seen Firestorm before, obviously, and we've seen Firestorm win matches or sets. I mean, I made it out of pools. The Common Breaker was really cool, but I got eliminated right after. So, like, Firestorm hasn't really won anything. So, Dink may be the best Firestorm in the universe right now.
Ooh, in the universe. That is quite the claim.
In the whole wide universe, which brings us to the standings currently for Seattle.
All right, so Tiger with Brainiac is still in the lead by a huge margin. I mean, that is like 85 points above Red King, who we actually didn't see in the top 8 this week. But
not.
The biggest change here is Too Easy is going to move that much closer to guaranteeing himself that top 4 spot. Sounds like Paz went a little bit early today, but regardless, still holds that top 4 spot. So this is a pretty... I don't know, it's a pretty close region, I would say, compared to a lot of the others.
As we just saw, winning, netting himself 140 points. That's huge in the long run if he can keep that up and continue to fight his way to the top 8.
It will, and like I said, there's still 4 weeks left, so of course, everybody can sign up for that.
Absolutely. Well, that is going to do it for this clown and this clown. Josh, take us away.
All right, I guess I'm a clown too. Really appreciate a lot of the new vocab we got today as well. Flame-nado. I have to check that one out a little bit later. I thought that's what happened when you ate too many of those Cheetos. Really hot Cheetos. Flame-nado. Yeah, that's what it is. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, that does it for week 6 for Seattle, my old stomping grounds. I grew up near Seattle, so great to see some of this great play from a lot of our competitors. You can still sign up online. We do our cups every Sunday on PlayStation 4. You can go to our website, esl.gg/GameStop Hometown Heroes for more information. Now, as Evan mentioned a little bit earlier, because we're moving into the last 4 weeks, there's still a shot for somebody coming into the program for the very first time to make it to the top 4. What we mean by that is at the end of the season, after all 10 weeks have been concluded, August 9th is the last broadcast that we'll have. We're going to know which 4 players based on points are the top GameStop Hometown Heroes, and they're going to go to a GameStop store on August 12th, and they're going to compete in a 4-man double elimination bracket. We're going to be chiming in and Skyping in and being able to show off that gameplay remotely and check in with all those 8 stores. It's going to be quite the day. Make sure to put it on your calendar. Then, the winner of that event for each of those 8 stores are going to be flown to the GameStop Consumer Expo happening in Las Vegas on August 27th. They're going to be fighting for a big prize pool and to be the GameStop Hometown Hero. And then they're going to go to E-League and represent GameStop Hometown Heroes as one of the top 16 players. So this program continues throughout the rest of the summer, and it dramatically increases in prize money and prestige the closer we get to E-League. Whew, that was a lot of information. All right, This weekend is EVO. We want to see you there. If you can't be there, make sure to support us online. Injustice 2 pools start on Friday, and the finals will be on Saturday. It's going to be on the front page of Twitch. You can't miss it. We're going to be there. Best of luck to all the competitors, and especially safe travels. That does it for us for this week. This Sunday, make sure to sign up for the Cups. We're going to be featuring the Chicago region next week as we continue with our program. Thanks so much for tuning in. Oh, quick reminder as well, guys. GameStop is having a very awesome sale, up to 50% off the biggest games for GameStop Game Day sale. Now this sale ends on Sunday, July 16th, so make sure to visit GameStop.com for more details or head on in to your GameStop store. Now that does it for us for this week. Thanks so much for tuning in. We'll see you guys next week, same time. Until then, good night and good game.